Hit Season 2.
Like Zest, they like to do that sky toss play as well on this map if given the chance. So I would not be surprised if this game goes on for maybe 15-20 minutes.
Look at the pressure on both of these players, both of them just leaning over, sighing. Truss is holding his head, aLive cleaning his glasses. Let's go into game number 3 to see who is going to fight against Zest in the final match. We are on everybody's favorite map, Dusk Towers, and up in the top right, in the red, the Terran player fighting his way back. It's aLive.
And spawning here at the bottom left, 1-1 now. It's all up to him to make up this game. It's Trust. This map is very large, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see another proxy for Trust in this game. It did work out for him in that first game, but with Dusk Towers, it's just the map is so safe, play friendly, I guess you could say. You want to play defensive. I mean, I should rephrase that. It's better to be playing defensive than being the aggressor on this map with how the map works.
Yeah, pretty much. And the proxies that we do see are generally they're playing against the map is what we'd call it. You know, like there's a lot of places to proxy, but the opponent is going to expect you to be playing greedily economically, like to be taking extra bases. They're not going to expect an Oracle to fly into their base at 4 minutes and, you know, have to defend against something at that. So makes a lot of sense. I don't think Trust is going to do anything crazy here. I think he just wants to play straight up. He definitely feels comfortable on this map. Yeah,
well, it is the map that he wanted to play on and aLive did not want to, so I'm pretty sure that we'll just see Trust playing very safely. He probably wants to get to these 3 bases, and then from those 3 bases, try and transition, try and take that 4th base while transitioning to the sky toss play that we're also accustomed to on this map.
Very, very true. We are going to see this factory coming out here from aLive. Lots of gas being mined so far, and perhaps he is the one that wants to put on the aggression this time. Going to start pumping out a bunch of Marines here.
There's a robotics as well from Trust. Very stock standard play from him. And aLive going for the factory in the barracks. Nothing too crazy from him as well.
Let's see if he goes for a tech lab on the second racks and goes for a fast stem.
Or could be a fast cyclone as well, but we haven't seen a tech lab just yet, so probably not. We'll see what he wants to build from that factory. Nothing so far. He actually is getting that really quick start board. This could be that Widowmine Marine play that we saw yesterday from Beyond, because he isn't getting that add-on onto that factory. It's just, yeah, okay, yeah. So there's Widowmine. We're probably going to see that play.
Yeah, just going to go... He's actually walking these Marines across the map. Generally, you keep it at home until you have your medevac, and then you fly everything over together. But wanting to maybe snipe the probe that would go down and make a 3rd base? I can't really think of anything else that he's coming across the map with 4 Marines at this timing for.
Yeah, and here comes the Observer. But, okay, here comes the Marines, and there's not really much for Trust to defend with.
He might actually lose that Stalker. Stalker on the run, has to pull the probes. The Mothership Core once again delayed. Trust has been doing this a lot in this matchup. Stalker goes down, and that's a great trade. You get 2 probes, delay mining time, and a Stalker for 4 Marines.
And can you check the ramp of Trust? I think he has an Adept stuck there. Right there.
Oh, he does. That makes a lot more sense. If the Adept was there, right, he would have easily been able to defend against that.
Yeah, I hope the Observer shows that, because that Adept could have made the world of difference from that attack.
Yeah, definitely could have. And Trust, I mean, that's not what you want to happen to you in this game, right, where you're on the ropes, you're fighting for a chance to fight Zest, which already doesn't feel that great, but then to get your Adept stuck in the buildings and then You know, just that small advantage given over to your opponent. It's definitely not a good feeling.
But there's the Mothership core that Trust was forced to rally out because of that attack. Robotics Bay, we could see Colossus, we could see Disruptors. What do you think?
You know, it's so maybe Colossi, because this is such a weird timing for Disruptors to come out, and we don't see it at all nowadays in PvT for just like straight up composition. You know, because some players in the foreign scene, they're still, you know, they're doing the blink stalk or with the disruptor, right? They try to make it work. I think if Trust does that here, he just like straight up is going to get wrecked. aLive, I think he's going to be too good against that. He's immediately going for the +1 weapon, so this looks a lot more like the Colossi.
Yep.
Let's see if he actually does commit to that here.
Here comes the drop though from aLive. He wants to get some damage done, obviously. And let's see the pylon placement at the main base of the Trust. If I can have a look, see.
Okay, let me see over here. He's making one over behind his third base.
And at the main base?
He doesn't quite have
really.
one behind.
Yeah, it's not really.
He does have 3 stalkers with blink.
Alright, and actually, oh, okay, so aLive just has a sneak peek and moves the medevac back, but here comes the Liberator.
And in the backdoor base, does he have a pylon? No. He's going to have to rely on the blink stalkers.
See if he can get him into range, and it does. Oh, actually, the stalkers actually are in range of that Liberator, so
yeah,
takes it out. Oh, it's a cute move there with Cyclone. Takes out the Observer as well.
And here's the first Colossus. This is kind of what we expected. And Trust, he's got his own Warp Prism out on the map, and in fact, aLive is moving out at this point. He doesn't really have any defense back at home. This could definitely do a lot of damage. There's already 6 gateways out on the map here for Trust.
Yeah, and once his first Colossus comes out, there's no way that aLive can push up the ramp with his army.
Look at that, immediately picks up, gets him into a better position, and he could just warp in a lot more. I mean, there's nothing here for aLive.
Yeah, there's only, what, 4 Marines, but these Adepts of Trust are just going to eat them alive, no pun intended.
Yeah, but can he defend the attack here with the Colossus? Easily. Look at the supplies right now. He's lost 20 SCVs back at the base. There was no way he could defend there. He's got this drop on the main, but I feel like eventually Trust holds this off.
Yeah, and he's got that Colossus out as well. The range is nearly done, so he's going to be able to deal with that siege tank once that range is finished.
Whatever probes he loses in his main does not matter. It doesn't add up to the amount that aLive has already lost. aLive doesn't even really have an economy back at home.
And he's continuing with these drops, but it feels like deja vu. He's lost a lot of SCVs, but the Colossus is out here for Trust, and this Colossus is just so good against the small army count of aLive that I'm not really sure if aLive can get back into this game.
This kind of fell apart really, really quickly. I think he was just not thinking about a Warp Prism in his main. He moved everything out. He was trying to hit a timing once again with the tank, the Widowmine, and the Marines, but as well as a drop even into the main, but it really just got shut down pretty hard by Trust, and that's going to be it. Trust, he's going to knock out aLive. aLive goes out in last place. Not what I expected. We are going to have the team kill, actually, for the final match.
Yeah, but it is PvP, and Zest PvP is the matchup that has been looking the most suspect so far in the past couple of weeks. He did lose to MC in the Pro League. He did lose Super twice. And he also lost that one series in the GSL against MC too, so
yeah, I mean,
we have to wait and see if Trust has something up his sleeve against his teammate.
He knows a lot about Zest, and team kills are always really, you know, just so many mental games go into it. It can get really crazy, especially for a mirror matchup. So I'm expecting Zest to win this one for sure. But let's see if Trust can throw a wrench into it. You know, that would be insane if we had Dark come through and then Trust getting second place to knock out Zest.
I think Twitterverse will explode if Zest loses to his teammate Trust here.
Yeah, I mean, Wolf, when we were casting Trust, he was like, oh my god, this guy's going to be so good in the future, right?
Well, the thing is, he beat SOS in that best of 1 PvP, so he can take out the best players in the world in that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he essentially went 2-1 over SOS in that whole day, right? Because he beat him the first time and then lost to him the second time and then won in the tiebreaker that you're talking about. So, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break before we go to the final match.